So we bought a steering angle kit for an E46, and it turns out because this is an all-wheel drive car that the knuckles, axles, subframe, everything is different on this car, which I didn't realize when I bought the car. So we had to fabricate a bracket. We basically cut the steering angle kit and made a bracket to hold it on there. It's kind of sketchy, but it'll probably hold. I'm about to go finally weld the transfer case, so I'm gonna get started taking that apart, walk you guys through that a little bit, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. So this is why I got this thing so cheap. You can see right here, it is cracked. So I'm gonna take it apart and weld this back together while I'm welding the planetary gear.
This thing reeks. This thing smells like Halloween costumes.
What?
Yeah, smell it.
I can smell it. It smells like burned plastic.
It smells like Halloween costumes.
Halloween costumes? It literally smells like burnt plastic.
This is what Halloween costumes smell.
Apparently the transfer case smells like Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
You want to explain that?
Like when you get a rubber Halloween costume, like
I said it smelled like burning rubber, but to you it's a Halloween mask.
yeah, when you get like one of those like
Happy Halloween, everybody.
when you get costumes or whatever, or like a Jason mask or something, or like the most recent one I've smelled is like the werewolf masks. They smell just like this thing.
Oh yeah, were you a werewolf recently?
In like 7th grade, yeah. That was the last time I wore one of those.
So we just got the transfer case open, and let me show you what I'm going to be welding.
Oh, it works?
So this will still spin, but this on the inside won't.
Okay, so basically, like I said, it's primarily front wheel drive. So this is your direct drive off the drive shaft, or the input shaft from the transmission. So this comes in from the transmission right here and directly powers the front wheels. So like it goes through these helical cut gears and then powers the front drive shaft. which is why when we took it apart, it wouldn't move, because it's primarily front wheel drive. Like, this is primarily front wheel drive, and then once it senses slip, and not senses, but once it gets slip, it works like a differential in a car, so it sends power
to the rear.
Basically the path of least resistance. So whatever's easier to spin just so happens to get power. So in this case, you know, the front drive shaft starts walking up real bad because the front is now spinning faster than the rear. The rear now gets power because it's not spinning as fast as the front. So then it would just take the path of least resistance because this is spinning slower than that. So now you're driving out of the back until the front catches up. But so what we're gonna do is weld this gear solid like these guys by taking the planetary gear and just welding it solid. We should probably pop this thing off and put it in here and cover it with aluminum so that way this is splined properly. So we don't run into a scenario where like I'm trying to get this gear in because one of these is off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it should be lined up.
Well, it should be lined up if it's lined up in here, but
you would
just
think.
to be safe, yeah. So we're gonna weld this solid to here. Let's see that. We're gonna weld this to here. So that instead of going like this, if I hold this steady, I'm trying to do this so you guys can see, it's really hard. If I hold this outer ring, this ring solid, instead of this moving separately, this will all move together like this.
Well, it's pinned now, so probably can pull this thing out of here. Like it shouldn't move now.
Just make sure.
This is literally probably my 5th time welding. Yeah. I mean, the welds didn't come out great, but they're not terrible. They'll definitely hold. I kind of went through and touched up some of the porous areas where it was either too hot or too cold. I was kind of, you know, you can see we were preheating it. So the temperature kind of varied for a little bit, but then I got good runs going, so. Not terrible for my 5th time. Not great either. Still learning. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below if you haven't already. And see you guys next episode.